All right, y'all. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Come on, come on. You all gonna want to hear what I got to say today. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It is your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie. She is in deep, desperate need of a coffee. Babies, welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot on this day, Wednesday, March the 18th, in the year of our Lord, 2024. She came to work. All right, y'all. There we go. There we go. You need to pay attention to this one. Y'all need to pay attention to this one, y'all. So, for my more esoterically inclined people, y'all know that we got a new moon. We got a new moon in Pisces. All right. You know what new moon brings. And then, of course, it is in the last sign of the zodiac. So we fast approaching, Aries season, right? Thing is, though, baby, we got more to talk about than that. So y'all saw my shuffle. Y'all saw my poem. I'm going to put these right up here. Oh, and for our spiritual downloads, we're going to be using Yasmin Boland's Moonology Oracle, the original. I love this deck, but baby, you know I loved it because she's getting bendy. I'm going to have to buy a brand new. I'm going to have to buy a brand new deck. Oh, I love Yasmin. If you hear me, girl, please know I love you. I love all your decks. All right, that's enough of all that. All right, let us get into it. So here we go, my little terabytes. Here we go. So yes, today, I get all that. All right, let me get you. Let me talk to you. Okay. So yes, we have a new moon in Pisces today. Okay, but that's not it. What we also have. Let's get into this. Eclipse season is going to wrap up after the last eclipse, which is a solar eclipse that's going to be happening March 29th, okay, of 2016, at the end of the month, okay. After that date, the intensity is going to start easing up, okay. So give it about 1 to 2 weeks into April to fully feel like the dust is settled, okay? Retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes direct April the 7th, 2026, okay? So the real I can breathe again energy is going to hit around the 14th or the 17th. That's the post-shadow period cleaning out. Before that, things may still feel a little off or a little delayed. Aries season begins March 20th. This is the reset of the new year energy. This is the new year energy in astrology. This is when you all write your resolutions and shit like that, because the energy is working with you at this point. And again, Aries, when we talk about Aries, we're talking about action, we're talking about movement, we're talking bold decision, but mixed with that eclipse energy, it can feel like forced changed rather than a gentle growth. So what we want to do is we want to brace ourselves. We want to brace ourselves as much as we can so we don't feel that pressure. All right. So we got that going on. But like the real energy, like the real talk, the real energy breakdown right now we in a transitional pocket. Once again, Aries season starts. We're going to push forward. Eclipse season is still active. Things shifting behind the scenes. Mercury retrograde, we're still doing delays. We're still doing misalignments. But we also have new beginnings coming up. Again, we got a new moon in Pisces. We got this new moon in Pisces. Okay, we got that new moon in Pisces. We got the spring equinox or Australia coming through. And then once again, Aries season's the brand new astrological new year. So that combo, it's not go time yet. It's realignment time. So my tarot bites, I want you all to be clear. I want you all to be precise and do not play with this new moon in Pisces. The new moon in Pisces is powerful, but it can blur our visions if we're not clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the attention right away so we don't end up with some illusions. So this is beginning a new 6-month cycle with this new moon in Pisces. This is a reset. This is a chance to start fresh. But Pisces energy is soft, it's emotional, it's dreamy, so it's not grounded in reality. Let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to show you what it looks like in tarot. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Right here. The Ace of Cups. This is a new emotional beginning. This is the open heart. This is a fresh energy coming through. This symbolizes new love, peace, and a spiritual renewal. This matches the new moon. Something new is trying to begin for you all. Okay. Then right off the bat, where's my 7? Where's my 7? Here we go. 7 of Cups. There we go. 7 of Cups. Too many choices, illusions, fantasies, distractions. Not everything is what it appears to be. And this right here, the 7 of Cups, this is that Pisces fog. You can dream big, but you also can get lost in what's not real. So again, you want to stay grounded. And then last but not least, La Luna, the moon. Uncertainty, emotional depth, hidden truths, unclear paths. But our intuition is strong, but the clarity is low. So this is the core of the energy that we're feeling right now. If you are feeling everything, but you don't see everything clearly, you in the pocket. You in that pocket. Okay? My heat just went out. I'm getting confirmation. Okay, so the meaning of all of this is that you've got a fresh start right in front of you. But if you are not clear about what you want, you can end up chasing something that only feels right, not something that is actually right for you. Okay? So right now, feelings are going to be louder than logic. And you might romanticize people or their situations. You might ignore what doesn't feel good. What doesn't feel good. To confront. You gonna push that bullshit aside? Don't push that bullshit aside. Face it head on. You might get pulled into ideas that are not grounded. Okay, so you don't need less emotion. You need more clarity within your emotion for this new moon in Pisces. Feel it, but define it. Feel it, but define what it is. So, especially with this new moon in Pisces, what you focus on now is what's going to begin to grow. So if your intention is clear, your outcome is going to reflect that. If your intention is vague or fantasy-based, your results will be too. Y'all, I got a friend that I love dearly, a chef of mine. And I told him, I said, baby, I need you to I need you to script your day. I need you to script what it is that you want. And y'all always hear me say, show me how good it can be. Well, a couple of months ago, he told me he was on a retreat and he had won some things. I think it was like a TV, or he had won he won some stuff. But you know what? It's amazing because he knows that it works. And then I've got to go out of my way sometimes because I love him and he's my friend. I'm like, yo, did you write your order? Because that's when I talk about him. I feel that the universe is like a sassy waitress. If you say, show me how good it can be, the universe comes out, here's your order. If you say, oh, I'm going to have a bad day, here's your order, So I'm always telling him, did you place your order? So I say all that to say this, y'all. You got to be intentional with your shit. Especially with this new moon in Pisces. Okay? So with all that being said, we're going to affirm. We're going to affirm for this new moon in Pisces. We're going to affirm. I am clear, grounded, and intentional about what I create. I am clear, grounded, and intentional about what I create. Dream it, but don't drift. Feel it, but don't lose your direction. Okay? Y'all, if you don't do anything, write your intentions down. Write them clearly. Be specific. If you can't explain what you want clearly, you're not ready to manifest that shit yet. Let me say that again. If you are not ready, if you cannot explain the shit clearly, you're not ready to receive it. That's it. That's all. Here it is. And when you do that, I want you to ask this one question. Are you asking for something real? Or are you just, or is it something you just want to feel? What are you asking for, y'all? So yeah. That's it. That's it. Y'all, listen, I got to get going. Collective, my fire sign, my air sign, my water signs, y'all's oracle reading will be on my TikTok, my Instagram, and my YouTube. If you're not on any of those platforms, please follow me on those platforms. Please like the videos. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave me some commentary. If any of this gave you clarity and you feeling a little generous, my Venmo and my Buy Me Coffee right there in the links. Y'all know what to do. And with all that being said, happy new moon in Pisces, y'all. All right, go out there and manifest what the fuck you want. Remember, your assignment is your alignment. And once again, dare the universe, show me how good it can be. All right, babies, y'all stay blessed.